And this is one more video about model forms. I'm not sure, I think it's third or second, I'm not sure. But anyway, in this video I would like to show you how to work with model form set factory, how to create form sets from model form. And I guess it would be helpful if you just watch my videos about model forms in general, like basic stuff about them. And also if you learn about general form set, because in this video we will actually kind of combine both of these topics, and we will have model form set factory. Model form set factory is something that you also can import from Django Forms, and let's import that. And basically let's create student, let's call it student form set with model form set factory. And now if we open our page, here we basically can see all of the students, because we work with the student model, so you can see several model forms here, and each model form is associated with a particular student in our database. And also we have here the extra form that I think we can actually delete if we don't need that. If you don't need that, yes. So we have deleted the extra empty form. So now we have only the forms with already existing users. And so yeah, this is how you create a model form set. And if you want to actually be able to update these guys, so you need to create this form set, for example here in the beginning, and here you would receive student form set with request post information, and let's say students were updated when we actually update them. Don't have any errors here. So now, for example, I have here this weird name. Let's change it to weird name. Now let's submit the stuff. Students were updated, and when we reload the page, we can see that the name of this student was actually updated. And we can update several forms in the same time, and you can see now we have here the updated stuff. You can also provide the particular query set to your model form set. So if you don't want to have forms for all the students, but for only particular students, for example, you know, for example, we want to have students where the name starts with yo. So let's define this query set here, student objects, filter name starts with yo. I think I did it right. No, because it should be starts with, oh my god, okay, sorry, it should be starts with like this. And now we have only two forms, because we have only two students whose name starts with yo, and we provided this as a filtering for our query set for student form set. And there is other way to actually define this query set, and we can define it in custom model form set. So I already created that, so if you don't mind, I will just copy that stuff. And basically we inherit from base model form set, and in this init method we redefine it. We call the original init method, and then we define the query set of this form set, where name starts with yo, for example, and let's delete that stuff from here. And in order to actually use it, so if now we, for example, open the page, it's not working because we didn't actually specify the form set. And when we create the form set using model form set factory, we need to specify here form set equals base student form set. And now again we use this form set with custom query set. We can define not only form set here, but even the particular form if you want. For example, now in one of our previous lessons we created this student model form menu model form, where we excluded graduated field from our student form. So let's import that, and let's specify the form here as student model form new. And now we should have this form set with two forms but without graduated field, because we excluded it from here. But let's delete it for now, and let me show you that you can, for example, also specify widgets here for your fields. For example, now we specify text area for name field, and now for name field we have actually text area, but it doesn't look great, so let's delete that. And also, if you have extra stuff here, for example, you have this extra form, you can specify the initial values for this extra form here. Initial equals, for example, for name, let's say initial name. And if we open this form set, for our extra field we have this initial name here. And the other stuff that I wanted to show you is that you can also use max number of your forms. For example, how many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 forms, including the extra form. And if we change it to number 6, we can see that now we don't have extra form. You can specify a maximum number of forms, and it will be working only on extra fields. So for example, if we specify maximum number of forms 1, we will still have all these forms. You can specify minimum number of 10, for example. And here, even if you have like extra only 1, you will still have several extra forms here, because minimum number of forms now is 10. So this is about these options. And I guess one more thing that I wanted to show you is, for example, you can redefine clean method, where you call your original super clean method. And here you can do many stuff. For example, you can validate that your fields are okay in different forms. For that we iterate through forms, self forms, and for each form we can get cleaned data and actual fields, field values. So you can validate stuff here. But I already showed you some validation examples in the video about, I guess it was about form sets. So if you didn't watch that video, please watch that. So in this example, I will show you that you can do some other stuff in your clean method. For example, you can actually change your fields. So here, for example, for each form we get a name field, and we actually make it all capital letters, and then we assign it to the name, this new name that we have just created with all capital letters. And let's work with this form set. Let's delete extra forms to not have this problem. And now let's change the name to like that. Students were updated. And you can see, well, okay, we have this query set. Let's delete this custom query set. And you can see, for example, here, let's make this name, submit, open, and you can see that this clean function, which is called by default when we save the form, this clean function actually made our names capital, but not all names, but only names that were actually changed. So if we change this guy and this guy, we will see that these names became all capital, though this, for example, did not become all capital because we did not actually change anything here. So I guess that's all I wanted to show you about model form sets, and as usual, I will ask you to please give me a like to support me. It means a lot to me, and thank you.